Welcome to the first mini haul of 2026. This is the Grandpa Chic mini haul and Etsy drop. So let's get started.
Looking for lots of treasure.
As I've been going to thrift stores and vintage stores and estate sales, I've been on the hunt for curated, timeless, cozy, lived in, traditional looking pieces, stuff that you would potentially find in a great grandfather or a grandfather's study back in the day. So it's included a lot of wood, a lot of brass. I have curated 11 items that I'm going to drop today so that those will be available on Etsy right now as you're watching it, ahead of the full drop that will be happening January 29th. A lot of these pieces I sourced from my Goodwill 20 and 20 as well. If you haven't watched those, I'll link them down below. It was a challenge that I do where I go for 7 days. I go to a different Goodwill every day for 7 days. I spend 20 minutes or less looking for items within my parameters. This time it was Grandpa Chic, and I spend $20 or less. All right, let's get started. Up first, you can't go wrong with Grandpa Chic, kind of that mid-century brass and wood candlesticks. Candlesticks are completely classic. These ones look so pretty. They're polished, as you can see here, and they have a little bit of a clear varnish on these as well. They're in really, really good condition. You can hear that kind of nice sound that they make. And they would look so pretty on a dining room table. They would look really gorgeous on a bookshelf. That's where I've had them. Styled with white candles, green candles, red candles. They would look really nice with almost anything. I think brass and wood are just timeless and classic. So they fit that Grandpa Chic vibe completely. Item number 2 are one of my very, very favorites. I love brass so much. I don't know if you're a brass person, but I'm a brass girly for sure. I have a little bit of a brass obsession. I'm trying to get over it. I'm trying to release some of the brass things because I don't need to have all of them. I need to share. These ones are gorgeous. I found these at a Goodwill. I was so excited because I found these as well as another set of bookends that you'll see in the full drop in a couple weeks. And I found a couple other brass pieces all together. So someone definitely had offloaded their brass collection, and I was more than happy to be the person who got to go around and pick those up. So these are beautiful. They are patinaed, but I did clean them up a little bit because they were a little bit on the gooky side. So they've been cleaned up. They're a little bit like their color is just a smidge different. I find that that happens sometimes with different types of vintage brass items, but I think it just adds to the charm and the character as well. They would look so cute styled, much like I have these ones. So those ones are mine. I love deer, so when I found those ones, I mean, like the whole world stopped for a couple minutes because I was so excited about that. But this is how I would style them so that they would have books in between. They would look so nice on a bookshelf. Up next is a faux tortoiseshell trinket box. This is such a cute and usable size. I love, love, love all things trinket boxes. And this one really fits that Grandpa Chic vibe. It is timeless looking, it's classic. It fits in with so many different styles. That's one of the things about Grandpa Chic that I think is fantastic. It partners with so many different other types of decor styles. You could really put it with classic, traditional, modern, and it would still look gorgeous and beautiful. This one is fairly small. It would fit jewelry if you had it like on a nightstand to put your ring into, or in the kitchen or in the bathroom before you wash your hands. It could be used on a bookshelf for styling. I had it styled on the shelf with another little item, and it looked really sweet that way. So there's just a lot of different ways that you can approach having a little trinket box, and the small sizes work really well. So since I just showed you this on top of the trinket box, I will show it to you right now. This is a vintage ship model, and it's a smaller one. I am not exactly sure what this indicates. I don't know if it's someone's signage or whatever, but It does say Genova or Geneva, I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about model ships. What I do know is that this is super cute and it's really small, so it would fit almost anywhere. You can have it styled up on a shelf, you know, kind of in any nook and cranny with other items. One of my very, very favorite items that I have sourced for Grandpa Chic is this Arabia Rusca soup tureen. It could also be a casserole dish, but it is beautiful, it is vintage, it is in really good condition. These were designed in the 1960s by a Finnish designer. They had an entire set, so there were cups, there's plates. This is like a casserole or soup tureen. It's really lovely. I believe that the name has something to do with autumn, which is why it's kind of got that brown and a little bit of the orange color to it. It's kind of a little bit hard to see, but it's got this really beautiful, natural and organic look on the outside. Here is the lid. It's a really nice size and it really honestly looks nice. I've had it styled on the bookshelf this month and it looks really good styled. So it doesn't need to just live in the kitchen, but if you have open shelving, this would look amazing. All right, we are continuing with Grandpa Chic. A lot of the items that I sourced were in the woods category. I love all things that are made out of wood. So it's probably no surprise that a lot of the things I'm going to be showing you are wood. This one is gorgeous. This is a match holder. So it's kind of the long matches that you can put inside like this. They go in here, and then there is usually a striker on the backside. This one doesn't have a great one. It looks like it's been replaced in there, but there is one in there, and you can replace more and put a different one in there. I did shine it up a little bit. I used wood oil on it because there are quite a few scratches. It has a few dents. The wood is a little bit soft, so as you can see right there, over here, but I think it really adds to the charm and the character. I love this brass little lion. It looks like a little mini door knocker right here. And this would look so beautiful next to a fireplace if you have one, but I don't. So this has just been styled up on the bookshelf and it looks fantastic. All right, next up is this gorgeous mid-century modern wooden carved heron or crane. I'm not really sure. You let me know. I'm not the biggest bird person. I love birds, but I don't have a lot of depth of knowledge of birds, but it definitely looks like either a heron or a crane. Please let me know if you know. It's rather long, as you can see, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. So I've had it styled on this bookshelf behind me right here. As you can see, it's really, really lovely. The mid-century modern vibes make it feel very vintage, and it would be something that would fit in the Grandpa Chic. All right, another wooden item are these hands. They are hand carved, really, really lovely. It looks to be like a walnut color. I'm not sure what type of wood it actually is though, but there's carving here all in the fingers. It's really beautiful. You can see this section. There is a little bit of some sort of like wood knot or something right there. If you look this way, it looks like kind of like praying hands, but it's really lovely. Here's what the bottom looks like. It definitely would fit with that Grandpa Chic Heritage Core vibes. It's got the wood part to it. It looks vintage. It's something that would look really nice up on a shelf as well. The ninth item we have today was something I found during the Goodwill 20 and 20 challenge. Again, I'll link those below if you haven't seen them. There are 7 videos that make that series up. And this is just a really gorgeous clock with picture frame. Says it's rosewood stained and piano finished wooden desk clock with mineral glass photo frame. It fits 2 3.5 by 5 photographs on the front and on the back. So this is something that would look really lovely on a desktop. It also would look really nice on a bookshelf. That's where I've had it styled. I'll show you what that looks like. It has a total gloss to it right here, but again, timeless, curated, cozy, heritage, Grandpa Chic. The 10th item today is this gorgeous wood and clay piece that is created by Owen and Bev Nelson. It is this beautiful kind of a walnut color wood. It's very substantial, very, very soft wood. I think one of the things I love the most about it that gives it kind of that vintage vibe is this color. You can't really tell as well right now, but it's kind of that deep teal, that mid-century modern teal color, and it looks so pretty. So this is something that could be styled this way. You could put it into one of these actually, so that you have a photo stand or some sort of plate stand. You could get one that's smaller than that, but you could style it like that. You can put it down. I've been using it kind of on a flat surface with something on top of it, or just using it as kind of like actually a mug holder or a coaster. So I've been kind of doing it that way, but you also could use it as a trivet, or it would just be really lovely if you attached a couple things to it and put it as part of a wall gallery as well. But it is really, really a lovely original art piece. So the last item in today's mini haul for the 11 items that we are doing, the Grandpa Chic Heritage Core vibes that we're going for, this one is one of my very favorite things that I have thrifted in a really long time. But it is a vintage mid-century modern hand-blown glass oil lamp inside of burl wood. It is more fantastic than the camera can pick up right now, but there are wicks inside of each of these. You would put oil in here. Oftentimes people color the oil as well, so you'd have a different kind of color, and then you can kind of light them up here, which we did not do. I will say this one has the glass topper right here, and these two do not. So these two just have the wick parts in there, but the burl part is amazing, so lovely. See if I can show you all of that. And these do come out, so you can wash them or fill them. They come out, so it would obviously be shipped very, very, very carefully. We would wrap this up and we would take these out in order to ship them. But it's a really, really amazing, lovely piece that I found at an estate sale, and I was just so fortunate to find this one. If we truly had more space and more of a house, I would keep this one. This would be one of the keepers, but I have to let most of the things go. We live in a fairly small space, so we constantly need to have space to rotate things through. And this is one of those pieces that I have a really hard time letting go of. It's so gorgeous on this side. It's smooth over here as well. Thank you so much for joining today in our mini haul and our mini drop on Etsy. We featured 11 Grandpa Chic items for you, and come back in 2 weeks. We are going to be releasing many, many, many more beautiful vintage home decor pieces. Okay, up next, I'm going to show you all of the pieces from today's mini drop styled.